I just want to show something. I had a lot of trouble getting panning to work, and one of the things that I had messed up, and I was like wondering about this, but the sample app did not have an SKView inside of their storyboard. I don't think so. I think they just were like doing stuff. So I was just doing stuff, and as a result, you see some references where they don't use any of this storyboard stuff, but I had used it a little bit in the past, and I was like, this looks like a good thing to use, and let's try to learn how to do it. So with that said, that was my goal, but I needed to have an SKView in here, and that popped up when I was having problems with this HUD scene, and that popped up when I added this in-game. Now, most of my things have, you can see here, they they have these kind of errors, and I probably should fix that versus the way that it's been fixed. Okay, that also kind of came up, when I was doing these screens. All right, but the bottom line is getting better feel for it. It's still a learning effort, and I'm trying to do the stuff in the storyboard because I think if you can do that, you'll get a lot better results. All right, so with that said, let's show what we've got working now. I'm going to run on an iPhone. If you remember yesterday, I was saying the iPhone it worked fine there, but I had other problems with, like, when you click to the next screen and you started the game from here on an iPad. All right, and when you ended the game, it didn't always go back, and yada 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 yada. So here's the deal. These screens look good. I can start from any one of them. I also want to notice I saw something earlier today, and one of them, it's got a title here. So like instead of it saying just back, maybe it's on iPad, it'll say something like AI sound. I think that is based upon something like, let's go to one of these, this guy. You add these bar button items, and so like this one, he doesn't have any settings except for this next button. If you don't have that there, I'm not even sure it will show that button. I think you literally have to put it up there explicitly. But you can say something here, put a bar button item, and then that will be what's said there versus that up arrow. Don't know about that. But anyway, let's hit Control Tab, get that back. So let's just start the game. As a result of me adding this SKView, I'm happy that the panning still works. I'm happy that I believe the zoom, let's see if we can get, it's always hard for me to do the zoom on the device. Let's see if we can get this right. I don't know. I zoomed out earlier. I don't know why I can't zoom out now. Definitely worked. But yeah, and click on that guy. Now he's not panning, so maybe that's broken. I'm not surprised because you can see this bar, this blue is showing. That's this view up here. So I probably have those constraints wrong. However, these things work. So in-game button works, and the intern works, and then in-game works. Sends you to a defeat screen. When you do play again, yes, and it sends you back to the settings of page 1. So that's good. So let's just, let's stop on that. Let's look at the other iPad. I've got 2 physical iPhones and 2 physical iPads of different sizes. I typically use a real device when I'm developing. Alright, so let's click, if I remember correctly, you would go over here and then you would start game and it would mess up. See how it's got like that control thing for like gestures? It could just be an error with, anyway, here's the deal. So panning, it's going to the edge. That's the gray. That gray is in the scene. This blue is in the view. And that's what I had a problem with before. But it looks like the view is not going down all the way. What's good is it's going out to the sides. Alright, and let's intern. And let's end game. It goes to a defeat because you know you're abandoning the game. Trying to make it simple, right? And it goes back to the first page of settings. So I'm happy about all that, and that's enough for the day.